Yum. Then pepperoni. What's up guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be making some homemade pepperoni rolls. This was requested by Natalie. So thank you so much Natalie for this request. I got this recipe on simplyrecipes.com. This is what they look like. Yeah, apparently these are like a staple in Virginia, West Virginia, I believe. And in this recipe, there's no cheese, but you can add cheese from what I read. But I'm just gonna follow the recipe, just bread and pepperoni. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. But the first thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and start with the dough. The yeast activation is the first step. So we're gonna need 1/4 cup of warm water and then 2 1/4 teaspoons of active dry yeast. Also gonna need some buttermilk, an egg, and of course, pepperoni. So I'm gonna go grab buttermilk. So grab that out of the fridge really quick. It's just sitting in here somewhere. There we go. I'm gonna grab 1 egg as well. They're in here. Perfect. So I got my buttermilk, low fat buttermilk. And then I got 1 egg. Picked up the turkey pepperoni. Tried turkey pepperoni since I've never tried it. So put that guy to the side. 1 egg, and then once again, 2 1/4 teaspoons of active dry yeast. We're going to go ahead and mix that with some warm water. And I forgot to grab a whisk, so I'm gonna grab that as well. Grab my my whisk here. So let's go ahead and get started by whisking up 1/4 cup of warm water. If it's too hot, it will kill the yeast. If it's too cold, it won't activate. Warm water and 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast. So let me just show you guys the process here. Camera a little bit. There we are. Okay, so I have 1 large bowl here, and I'm going to add the water. Check to see if it's warm. It is warm, so go ahead and add that to the bowl. And then 2 1/4 teaspoons of active dry yeast. Open this up. So, go ahead and add our yeast here. 1, 2, 1/4 teaspoon. Mix this up. And then we're gonna give it about 5 to 7 minutes for it to get nice and frothy and bubbly. Perfect. And I'm just gonna give it a few minutes to activate. Let's go ahead and prep some buttermilk. We're gonna need 3/4 cups of buttermilk. Smells good. Let's go ahead and prep 3/4 cups of buttermilk. Yep. So we have our buttermilk. I'm gonna go ahead and put it to the side. I went ahead and put the honey over here and the large egg over here as well. So we're gonna heat those up. And then I already prepped 3½ cups of flour. So let's go ahead and add some salt to our flour. I have some sea salt, and I'm just gonna add 1 teaspoon of sea salt. And we might not use all of the flour. We don't want our dough to be dry, so I might not add all of the flour to our liquid, but we're just gonna eyeball it. And we don't want it too sticky either, but we will eyeball how much flour we will use. But in this bowl, I have 3½ cups of flour. So put this to the side. Check my yeast really quick. It is pretty much activating. Go ahead and start a small skillet on a really low heat. I'm just gonna add the 2 tablespoons of honey, and then buttermilk. What else? 2 tablespoons of honey, and then the buttermilk, and then we're gonna take it off the heat and we're gonna whisk in the egg. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the skillet really quick. Oh, and the butter. We need to melt the butter with it as well. So I'm gonna melt 4 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of honey, and then the buttermilk on a really low heat. We're gonna whisk that up, and then we're gonna add in the egg and whisk it in. We don't wanna cook the egg, so we're gonna whisk that in after we take it off the heat. Let's start with the butter. I'm gonna go ahead and melt some butter on the skillet. Turn it on a really low heat, just like so. Gonna grab my whisk really quick. Need my whisk It was in the flour, so go ahead and turn this on, okay? So, as you can see, I added 4 tablespoons of butter, just regular salted butter, and we're gonna melt this on a really low heat, all right? And I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of honey. I have my tablespoon measurement here. Measurement spoon here. All right, and then now I'm gonna go ahead and add the 3/4 cups of buttermilk. Grab my little spatula in the sink. Scrape off the excess. Let's turn the heat down to really, really low heat. Once again, we don't want this to boil. We just want to get it nice and warm. It's pretty much warm at this point. But I'm gonna give it a few more seconds. All right, now I'm gonna turn off the heat. Okay. Put this guy over here. And go ahead and whisk in the egg with you guys. So as you can see, place this underneath our skillet here. Here's our warm liquid, okay? Now I'm gonna go ahead and add our egg. Just like so. Crack the yolk. And we're just gonna whisk. And yeah, that is perfect. So our yeast is good to go. Here, okay, perfect. That is a good mixture. So we have our yeast, it's nice and creamy. Our yeast is good to go. So let's go ahead and add about 3 cups. So let's leave half a cup out of this large bowl here. That's good. No, that's about a cup. There we are. That's about 3 cups. So that's that. I'm gonna grab a spoon, a wooden spoon. Forgot. Put this in the sink. All right, let's go ahead and whisk this in, our yeast. And then let's go ahead and add our buttermilk mixture. Just like so. Perfect. Put this guy in the sink. Okay, and let's go ahead and mix this up. That is good. We want a nice smooth dough, so gonna need to add more flour because this is definitely too sticky. So I'm gonna add a little bit of flour, 1/4 cup. Gonna mix that in. And I'm gonna use my hands to knead this dough today. I'm not gonna use my stand mixer, but you can use your stand mixer if you want. I'm gonna go ahead and use my hands, so kind of cutting it with my spoon. All right, I might need to add the remaining 1/4 cup of flour because it is quite sticky still, but I'm gonna go ahead and put my hands in it. Yeah, it's quite sticky. So, ooh, nice and warm though. Clean countertop here, bowl, and the spoon because there's some dough on it. All right, and then I think I will add the remaining 1/4 cup of flour because yeah, it's pretty sticky. I'm gonna slowly add like handfuls of flour. This is a nice dough. I like this dough. It's very, very fun to play with. Very soft. And we're just gonna knead our dough until we get a nice smooth dough ball. It is getting much better. Not too sticky, but I'm just gonna keep kneading it. Gonna add just a little sprinkle more of flour. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the camera. I'm going to knead this for about 5 to 10 minutes till we get a nice smooth dough ball. Then we're going to oil a large bowl, lightly oil it, and then we're going to place our dough ball in the bowl and cover it with plastic wrap or a warm, damp towel, and we're gonna let it double in size. Finished kneading out the dough. As you can see, very, very soft and supple. This dough ball to a greased bowl in our bowl. So I just have the dough sitting in a warm place, and I'm gonna let it rise for about an hour or so, and then we can continue the process. Okay guys, it's been an hour and the dough has fully risen. As you can see, look at that. It is fully risen, looks like a planet, looks like the moon. So we are good to go. So now I'm going to go ahead and take off the plastic wrap, and we're going to divide our dough ball into 12 equal pieces. They don't have to be perfect, so let's just go ahead and take out our dough. That is really nice. Flour the surface here, just like so. Place this dough ball here. Kind of flatten it out. And I need a knife. Forgot to grab a knife. Have my knife here. So 12 equal pieces. So let's just cut it in half. They're not gonna be like perfect or even, but they don't need to be even if you don't want them to be. Just gonna do our best and cut 12 equal pieces. Some of them are smaller than the others, but that is okay. And then we will go ahead and flatten them out. And I'm also going to melt salted butter. Let this rest for about 10 minutes. Kind of brush off my floured hands here. Set a timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, counting down.
Okay guys, it's been about 10 minutes and the dough has finished resting. So we are going to simply flatten these out into a square shape, and then we're gonna add our pepperonis to them. I went ahead and melted some butter as well. Let's go ahead and just flatten these out. Rolling pin makes it a lot easier to do this. So I'm gonna go ahead and get nice and flat, square, nice square shapes. That's pretty good, square. Just gonna do the same thing with all of these little dough portions, and once again, they don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be a perfect square. Okay guys, I finished flattening out all the dough portions, and I also went ahead and preheated the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And then also I went ahead and evenly divided all the pepperoni slices. Add some pepperoni, just like this. Roll up the dough, just like so. And I'm gonna place this seam side down on a baking sheet. But before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and pinch the seam here, seal it up, this baking sheet. I'm gonna place six pepperoni rolls on each baking sheet. I have 2 baking sheets, so this one's another tiny one, so, and seal bottom here with my fingers. Roll this up. Okay guys, I went ahead and finished portioning out all of our little pepperoni rolls. So 6 on each baking sheet. I'm gonna go ahead and place these over here on the stove, and we're gonna let them rest for 20 minutes. Gonna cover it with a damp towel. But just place these guys over here, let them rest, and add a towel over it. And then get another towel. Gotta grab another one. And set a timer for 20 minutes. Set a timer for 20
minutes, counting down.
Weird. Okay guys, so it's been 20 minutes and they've rested. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the towels. And I'm gonna go ahead and add half of this melted butter to the top of these rolls. So about 2 tablespoons of melted butter. Brush our pepperoni rolls with some butter. And I'm gonna go ahead and place these baking sheets on the middle and lower racks. And I'm going to rotate it once we hit the 15-minute mark, so that way they can bake evenly. Brush the remaining butter on these pepperoni rolls. Gonna go ahead and place these in the middle and bottom rack. Set a timer for 30 minutes.
30 minutes starting now.
So yeah guys, once this reaches 15 minutes, I'll go ahead and rotate. Okay guys, it's been 30 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and take them out of the oven. Yeah, they're perfect and golden. Gonna turn off the heat. 2 tablespoons of melted butter all over the top. guys, I went ahead and plated up some pepperoni rolls. They look so delicious, nice and golden, buttery. And then I put some ranch on the side. I let them cool off. I didn't open this up. Yum. Bread and pepperoni. It is missing cheese, but so delicious. Crunchy, buttery bread. With pepperoni. So delicious. Squishy. This is so good. Yeah, next time I'm gonna put cheese, but really good. Need a napkin. To drink, I have this blue raspberry prime hydration drink. I love these, so good. These are so good. Cheers. Delicious. Gotta get more ranch. I'm out of ranch. Get it from the fridge. Running low on ranch, but just a little bit left. Pizza roll. These are so good. Yum. So good. Sorry, I'm not saying much, but this is hitting the spot for sure. I have salmon Colby on the screen. That's why I keep looking over there. That was so delicious. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.